Heart by the Dalai Lama. We are on meditation, a beginning, which is page 45, the beginning of that. I'm going to try and do another chapter now. I've just done one, but I'm worried that, something will kick off and then I won't be able to keep doing it. So knuckle down, Andrea, you're going to do it. Right. In this chapter, we explore the teachings for changing our mind from habitual ways to more virtuous ones. There are two methods of meditating that are to be used in our practice. One, analytical meditation, is the means by which we familiarise ourselves with new ideas and mental attitudes, and the other, settled meditation, focuses the mind on a chosen object. That is the absolute essence of Buddhist meditation. Although I say Buddhist, I mean Tibetan Buddhist meditation. Other meditations are slightly different. Although we all naturally aspire to be happy and wish to overcome our misery, we continue to experience pain and suffering. Why is this? Buddhism teaches us that we actually conspire in the causes and conditions that create our unhappiness and are often reluctant to engage in activities that could lead to more long-lasting happiness. We actively conspire in the causes and conditions that create our unhappiness. We really are idiots. And are often reluctant to engage in activities that could lead us to a more lasting happiness. Hello, eating. How can this be? In our normal way of life, we let ourselves be controlled by powerful thoughts and emotions, which give rise to negative states of mind. We allow ourselves. I think sometimes that's true, and sometimes we are overcome, as our realities shift and things like that. Sometimes we have these experiences that either shut us down or open us up. So I don't know. I think it's a bit of both. Conscious and unconscious. All unconscious. It is by this vicious circle that we perpetuate not only our unhappiness but also that of others. We must deliberately take a stand to reverse these tendencies and replace them with new habits. Like a freshly grafted branch on an old tree that will eventually absorb the life of that tree and create a new one. We must nurture new inclinations by deliberately cultivating virtuous practices. This is the true meaning and object of the practice of meditation. I really like meditation. It's one of the biggest was grieving for being a nun when I stopped being a nun. But what I was also grieving for was being able to live the lifestyle that gave me permission to meditate and learn meditation, and the potential to be able to learn meditation. And even though I knew I wasn't ever really going to learn it in the NKT, because no one has got enough experience to really help me learn it and guide me, the potential that possibly I could have met somebody was another reason why I was grieving so hard. Contemplating, but now I can go into it another time. Contemplating the painful nature of life, considering the methods by which our misery can be brought to an end, is a form of meditation. Contemplating the painful nature of life, considering the methods by which our misery can be brought to an end, is a form of meditation. This book is a form of meditation. The process by which we transform our more instinctual attitude to life, that state of mind that seeks only to satisfy desire and avoid discomforts, is what we mean when we use the word meditation. We tend to be controlled by our mind, following it along its self-centered path. The meditation is the process whereby we gain control over the mind and guide it in a more virtuous direction. Again, virtuous, beneficial, interchangeable. Meditation may be thought of as a technique by which we diminish the force of old thought habits and develop new ones. We thereby protect ourselves from engaging in the actions of mind, word, or deed that lead to our suffering. Such meditation is to be used extensively in our spiritual practice. Liberally. Spray it everywhere. Oh, that coffee's gone cold. This technique is not in and of itself Buddhist. No, because it's just general, everyday, how you change anything really. You have a think about it, and then you change it. Just as musicians train their hands, athletes their reflexes and techniques, linguists their ear, scholars their perceptions, so we direct our minds and hearts. Familiarising ourselves with the different aspects of our spiritual practice is therefore a form of meditation. Simply reading about them once is not of much benefit. If you are interested, it is helpful to contemplate the subjects mentioned, as we did in the previous chapter, with the non-virtuous actions of senseless talk, and then research them more extensively to broaden your understanding. The more you explore a topic and subject it to mental scrutiny, the more profoundly you understand it. Oh, here comes Amma. This enables you to judge its validity. If through your analysis you prove something to be invalid, then put it aside. However, if you... Look, this is interesting. However, if you independently establish something to be true, then your faith in that truth has powerful solidity. You must believe in yourselves. You must trust your own mind and your own feelings. Otherwise, you don't have any powerful solidity. It's very interesting to me. This whole process of research and scrutiny should be thought of as a form of meditation. How long will it be? 6:50. The Buddha himself said, "O monks and wise ones, do not accept my words simply out of reverence." Gosh, there's so many people out there like, "Oh, I've said it, therefore it is holy." You should subject them to critical analysis. Oh, what? And question and ask questions, and accept them on the basis of your own understanding. Like children, let them talk, let them ask questions. Same as Dharma practitioners. This remarkable statement has many implications. It really does. I could go on all day about this. It is clear that the Buddha is telling us that when we read a text, we should rely not merely on the fame of the author, but rather on the content. And when grappling with the content, we should rely on the subject matter and the meaning rather than on the literary style. Well, let's hope everyone's doing that with my stuff, because my literary style is unconventional. When relating to the subject matter, we should rely on our empirical understanding rather than on our intellectual grasp. In other words, we must ultimately develop more than a mere academic knowledge of the Dharma. Pardon me. Sorry about that. It's very easy to think, I know the 12 this, the 3 them, I know I can recite this, I can recite that, and I think in the monasteries that was probably a massive problem. But people like me who now are not in a monastery, we don't have to worry about any of that. We can just work on our own shit. We must integrate the truths of the Buddha's teachings into the depths of our very being. And again, he's talking about Buddhas, and this is wisdom, compassion. These are the not just the words or the moral, like the rules. This is integrating Buddha, so that they become reflected in our lives. Compassion is of little value if it remains an idea. It must become our attitude towards others, reflected in all our thoughts and actions. And the mere concept of humility does not diminish our arrogance. It must become a state of being. What's the time? Oh, okay. I need to stop there.